Do you know what is with us every moment of our lives, yet we often forget how powerful it truly is. And it has the potential to shift our perspective, opening the door to greater resilience by simply becoming aware of it. Did you guess it? In this video, I'm going to show you how conscious breathing isn't just about relaxation. It's a tool to overcoming stress, sharpening your focus, and unlocking personal growth. Let's explore together how the breath can deepen your connection to yourself and others, but also helps you perform at your best from the inside out, so that you can break free of old patterns and make better decisions. But first, a big welcome and a happy new year to all of you, and a heartfelt thank you to my long-term subscribers. I truly wish you an amazing year ahead. And in case you're new here, my name is Melinda. I create a safe space for you to breathe, to reflect, and to step into the life you actually want. Now, how do we rewire our minds for peak performance to level up in life? And leveling up in life means different things for different people, but it always implies a breakthrough moment through a previous perceived glass ceiling. Be it at your job, the number of clients, the amount of money you're daring to ask for, be it the capacity to trust other people or to hold space for your loved ones. If there's a perceived limit in your life, if you have the feeling to always bump against the same patterns, this is a glass ceiling that wants to be addressed. And interestingly enough, it all starts with your breath. Because the way we breathe reflects the way we experience life. How you breathe shapes the way you live. When we breathe shallowly, we often feel disconnected, not just from our breath, but also from ourselves. Because shallow breathing keeps our nervous system stuck in fight or flight mode. We become reactive. Emotional outburst or defensive behavior or aggressive actions are all a result of this. It's a neurobiological consequence of shallow breathing. I need you to understand this. So actually this behavior is totally natural. But shallow breathing is also linked to shallow thoughts, shallow decisions, and shallow relationships. It's almost as if we're hiding from our deeper emotions, avoiding the part of ourselves that needs attention. Often we find ourselves caught up in conflict, or we feel dependent on others for our sense of security and validation. But once we become aware of how the breath sustains us, we become less reliant on external promises and circumstances or the drama of daily life. Once we consciously choose to breathe deeply, everything changes. Deep breaths allow us to connect to a deeper level of awareness. And yes, it is that easy. We start to think more deeply, to feel more deeply, and we start to gain insight into our past and present experiences, especially the challenging ones. Even those times when we felt like victims of other people's behavior can start to make sense once we breathe into them. Conscious breathing teaches us to self-regulate our nervous system and our emotional state. And so we don't just exist, we begin to experience life on a richer, more fulfilling level. And this is where the magic happens. Deepening our breath is actually a practice of reconnecting to the truth that we are supported by something far greater. And for those who aren't on their spiritual journey yet, this might sound woo-woo, but let me tell you, your breath isn't just an involuntary function. It's a direct line to your source, to that life force energy that sustains you. Call it chi, call it prana, call it Holy Spirit. Spirare is Latin and actually means to breathe, which is linked to spiritus, which means breath of life. And if you want to learn more about etymology, you can watch this video over here. I'm gonna link it somewhere and learn more about it. My point is, every time we inhale, we are nourished by the universe. It's the first thing you do when you come here on earth. And it's the last thing you do when you leave this realm. It's the cycle of life. You do it unconsciously, but it's happening. It's sustaining you. It keeps you alive. And by giving more attention to your breath, we are honoring this divine energy and inviting it to fill us up, to nourish us. Breathing deeply is a way of honoring the divine within us. Namaste. I recognize the divinity in you. The more we nurture our relationship with breath, the more we start to understand ourselves and others, because we deepen the connection with self. There's a mind, body, and soul connection. So no matter from which angle you approach it, the easiest way is through breath. So for those who understand that potential and who are tired of just chasing empty success, shallow relationships, you're in for a treat, because I've created a mini breathwork training just for you that will help you relax and recharge just in a few minutes. It is simple, it is accessible, and it is totally free of charge. So I've created this breathwork training with you in mind. Just click the link below and type in your email, receive the breathwork exercises straight to your inbox, and let me know how it went. I've created it for you to feel more centered, energized, and focused throughout the day.